Oh, hello. Hi. You're here. I am happy to see you today. I am working today on some forgotten projects. I have a big bin that I found when I was organizing my craft desk last week. And what happened was it kept tipping over and I kept having to put everything back in it. And I got a little frustrated with it because it's all projects that really should have been finished. They should be in a journal. They should not be sitting in a bin, just hanging out. So that is for the next few Mondays. That's what I want to do. I just want to decorate some forgotten projects. So grab a project that you have laying around, grab a drink, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or anything else that tickles your fancy. And why don't you join me? Hi everyone, my name is Marylou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Marylou. Like I said in the opening, I am working on some forgotten projects. And I have here a waterfall that is super simple. I have videos on it. I will link the videos that I made the forgotten projects in back to this one. So you can check it out and see how I made them. And that way you can make the same thing that I have here. So these are made out of, this is made out of coffee dye paper. This little baggie, it is a faux glacine bags. That's what they are, faux glacine bags. And I do show you in another video how to make these. And I also show you how to make library pockets. So this is a beautiful library pocket, and I just want to finish it, put a tag in it, and get everything decorated up. So this is just a fun, easy project for today. What do I have to decorate with? I have some old lace, I have some blue, some red, and I have some crochet lace. I have some linen, of course. I have the fussy cuts from my ribbons and rhymes kit that I want to use. And there's a lot of labels in here too. So I have a couple of fussy cuts that can be used. And I have a whole lot of labels and bits and pieces. Some are from the freebies, some are from the kit itself. So you'll have to go and check it out. They are both the lullabies and linen and the ribbons and rhymes kits are available in my Etsy shop and in my Ko-fi shop. So the links are once again in the description. So if you like what you see, please, it's available right there for you. Pick up a freebie and you can make what I'm making right now. So which one do I want to do first? I think I'm going to start with the waterfall, because the waterfall is going to be actually the most boring one, because it's just going to be labels that I want to put on here. And they really are not as boring as you think, but they're not overly exciting either. I also have some washi tape that I really like. It's pretty neutral, and I can use these on the edges as well. Woo, they go flying. All right. So let's see. I'm going to put some washi tape at the edges first. Because I think that just gives it instantly that little bit of extra. And I'm going to do a little bit different on each tier. because why not? They're all neutral. They all go together. So I may as well just use them, right? Oh, is it snowing where you are? Because it keeps threatening here. We're supposed to get some really nasty temperatures, and yeah, I don't know. I am not overly excited to get winter. I am never overly excited to get winter, but this year I'm just really not feeling it. I keep asking Mother Nature every morning, please, 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 please let us skip winter. And she just laughs at me, because as if she just tells me, you live in Manitoba, you are not going to get away with not seeing snow. Okay, well, that already spruces that whole thing up a lot. Let me just fix this a little bit. That makes a big difference. So I think I want to put a big decoration right here, or big. What can I put there? That lion's tea. That lion's tea just keeps drawing me, huh? I just love it. What else do I have here? All these little labels, they're all from ads from Western Manitoba and Eastern Saskatchewan. There is just so much different stuff, and I think it's so cool. Like, this is all local ephemera that I found. That would look good. That looks really good. Do I have something else? I think I have. Not in there. I think I have some of the bunnies left. Let me see. Oh no, I have these. Or this one. Let's use her. There we go. If I put this on this side. No. I think it needs to go. This can go up higher. And then I can put that down there, and then it looks like she is looking at the label. I think this is the perfect way to put this on here. And I am just going to find my inker. Okay. And just, some of the labels didn't take the color very well, so they're pretty pale. And so I'm just inking around them, inking over top of them, making sure they look really good. I printed everything on matte photo paper, and I really like how that works. You can actually, if you start looking at thrift stores, you can find lots and lots of matte photo paper at thrift stores. That's where I found quite a bit. I've also purchased it from Amazon, and it isn't really that expensive when you consider what you can make with it. And maybe on Wednesday I want to do a project where I am using inks onto matte photo paper, so that you can see what you can all do with the photo paper, as opposed to just printing off digital kits with it. And I think I've said before that Eaton's is going to be quite the strong line throughout all of the 50s journals. Probably, well, once I'm done with the 50s, I will be moving on to the 40s. I know there is Eaton's items in there as well. So yeah, there is. It's just one of those things, and it feels a little bit nostalgic. There, how cute is that? And so simple, you know, like the waterfall, and then just the little bits of washi, and away we go. I am going to sand the washi off. It works better than if I cut it. You just get a better round edge. And honestly, I have made my own little sanding discs here. I just purchased the sandpaper that has the felt back, and then, you know, the Velcro on the tool, and it sticks just like that. I used a round punch, and I didn't have to purchase the expensive ones from Tim Holtz. For multiple reasons. They're not always available for me here. I don't have a good craft store where I can purchase items. Like, everything has to be either purchased online or at Michael's. And, you know, I like Michael's, but I try to support it as little as I possibly can. And they don't have. Michael's is great for simple supplies, but it's not great for when you like to do mixed media and you like Tim Holtz and you like then it is really not fantastic. But it's good for glue. It is good, like, because I do use the coupons. And then, you know, you buy the expensive stuff for a lot less. Come on. Because this paper is a little thinner, it's not as easy as when you have a heavier cardstock. The bonus with these projects is that they've all been inked around already, so I don't really have to do that. It's just the decorations that I need to ink around, and I just spent half an hour fussy cutting, and that's also, you know, I do it and I really don't mind. I can watch TV when I'm fussy cutting, but is it my favorite chore? No, absolutely not. If you like to fussy cut, please come to my house. I will give you a pair of scissors and you can sit here and fussy cut to your heart's content. I have lots that needs to be done. I try to usually take like one evening a week, and that's all I do is fussy cut. And I'm ready. I'm good to go for videos. Okay, there we go. I am going to call this one done now, I think. I don't want to make it too heavy because that just doesn't really suit my purpose. But maybe I can put, if I take, let's take the signature out again. If I put it right here, then it's covered, so it doesn't go there. I think it's gonna go right here. Yep. And I like that because it has the washi tape at the top here too. So it kind of pulls the whole page together. Let me show you the whole page. So it's pulling it all together at once. So if I put a little bit of linen right at the top, or do I want to put some blue lace at the top? Let's take a look. Oh, maybe I want to use the blue lace to bring out the blue that is right here. So just cut a small piece off. And then I'll grab my 3-in-1 glue and I'll just put a little bit right here at the top. Just a strip of glue. Right there. And I'll stick this right in here. And I think that is beautiful. Do I want anything else on there? I don't know. Let's see what happens if I put some linen under here. Let's just take a look. No, doesn't make a difference. Okay, this is how it's going to go in there. So I'm just gluing the whole thing down. I am not needing another pocket in here. I just want this to be very, very well attached. And the glue that I use is just plain old Aleene's tacky glue. And I think that is probably the best glue that I have found so far. I have tried it all. It is cost effective and it does the trick. It really holds things down. It's a nice thick glue. So what I do with it is I do dilute it a little bit. So I put a little water in there and make it so that it doesn't just hurt my hands to push the glue out of it. I'm just pushing down on here, making sure that this is nice and flat. And there we go. One more page done. And this is kind of like a notepad. I think it's lovely. Okay, then I have, what else do I have? I have the back. So the back can probably have the library pocket. I'm going to take the rest of the signature out. And I'm going to take this pin off for now. Because if I put this on here, I think that's beautiful. What is so thick in here? There's something really, really thick here. I know what it is. It is the texture paste that is on the belly band. And that's just giving it bulk. So I'm going to have to put it under some heavy books and weights on it. So this I am going to turn into another pocket. So I will have a double pocket here. And that means that I'm going to put it down just a little bit lower. And I'm going to glue it to the page already. It's just easier to do that first. And so all I'm doing is inking right around the edges. Right there. Just like that. And then putting this down right there. Lovely. Okay, now I have this little piece, and it's kind of like a washi tape that is included in the kit, and I think I want to put that right there. I was working on something else today, and I was scanning, and I used the back of this to scan. Why I was using my good stuff to scan, I don't know, you know. Okay, so I'm just going to ink around it. And that's the way that I am designing the kits, is that I want every piece of paper that is included in the kit. When you print it like that, it costs ink and power for running your printer, and it's costing you paper. And I really dislike when I purchase a kit from someone and half of the paper is ending up in the garbage, you know. So I am trying to make it so that every piece of paper can be used. There's always going to be the white edges on the pages, but when you look at this, you know, you can use these clear pieces for little bits and snippets that you need for a collage or for a cluster or something, and then these can be used as washi tape. So the only thing that you're going to waste is my logo and the white pieces around, but most of the paper you can use, and that has been the thought behind it. And that's why they look the way that they do. Okay. Oh, I like that. Even against the red of the butterfly, I like this pink. What else can I put there? Zellers. So I'm trying, even for the labels, I am trying to get it as condensed as I possibly can, so that there is just not that much waste. I do like that, but I feel like it needs something more. A little piece of this. This is real antique lace. It's crocheted. It's from old from antique pillowcases, and that is where this comes from as well. So yeah, like I'm, you know, an antique to me is 100 years old. I do not use the term antique for a vintage. Vintage is 30 years old and older, and then antique is 100 years and older. It really always kind of bugs me when people are just using those terms wherever it feels suitable for them. But yeah, like vintage is vintage and antique is antique, and don't mistake them. Retro is anything that is recreated that belongs in a certain era. So if you are using, or you found something that has a strong 80s feel to it, then it's retro. It's not vintage, it is retro, because it is a modern item that has just been given the look of something from the 80s, 90s, 50s, 60s. Like vintage means that it was actually created way back when. So the patterns that I am using are vintage. They are not, they are real. They're definitely the true things. They are falling apart as I touch them. I wish it wasn't so, but yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of damage control on some of them. Okay, I'm going to put a little glue right here for the lace. Right there, stretch it a little bit so it's nice and flat. And then I'll put the Zellers logo over top of it. So both Eaton's and Zellers were very big department stores in Canada. And Eaton's was the more expensive of the two. And I'll put this one on. I'll use the 3-in-1 glue for this as well so that it really sticks down. There we go. Oh, that is really cute. I love these guys. I am very pleased with myself. I can probably, do I want to put that there? No. Just like that. There's another one. And now I can put, for example, I have an envelope here and the color kind of matches it, so I can just stick that right in there, and then I can put a tag in there. There we go. Another one done. So I have one more piece left, and I think that is going to go in here. I think it should fit. Yes, it does. And how cool is that? That looks so cool. But I do want to put a little bit of decoration on there. It doesn't need a lot. But I want to put this girl on here. She might be my favorite. She really might be. She's just so pretty. So I'll just ink around her. I'm trying to find out when all these patterns are from, because I have like 130 of them, and that's been a job and a half, because now they print dates on them, but in the 50s they did not. They did not print dates on the pattern envelopes, which does not make it any easier to figure out when is this from? And, you know, I don't want to get caught with copyright or anything like this, but these are all public domain, as long as I am not recreating the patterns. So I can use the envelopes, I can use the instruction sheets, but I'm not allowed to use the patterns themselves. For scanning, I mean, like I can use them, absolutely. I can use the pattern pieces to create all kinds of things, and I have, but I am not allowed to reproduce the pattern sheets. There. Maybe I want to go like that, or like this. I'm moving this over a little bit. There, because then I can put this right there. Also, ink that. When I was creating these labels, I was laughing because it said it was a gift for the ladies. And what was the gift for the ladies? A refrigerator! Yay! That would be like, oh, please. Thank you so much for the refrigerator. Unless it comes with an ice maker in it, I am not interested. Okay. There. And she can go right there. Do I want to put McCall's on there? Maybe I could put McCall's right there. Or something else. Let's see. Let's put some, let's give her some value. There. Yeah, I finished the signature on Saturday, and when I finished it, I was thinking it's just not done. There's just still some bits and pieces missing. So that's why I decided that I was going to just do some forgotten projects with the Ribbons and Rhymes kit. That looks much better. Got that little bit of red sticking through. Got that. I may put some linen on here. Okay. It just rips beautifully. I'm just taking a small strip. Where do I want the linen? Do I want that under here as well? Let's just look. No, I may want that on this side, so that really when she is on here, let's see where it needs to go. Ooh, right there. I think that might be it. Yeah, there is nothing holding it together anymore. It is pretty soft and washed out. So put this right here. I keep looking at the screen to see, because it looks totally different when you look at the screen compared to at the image. It's at actual thing, and I think it looks really good, but it's missing something right here. So I think right here I can put the "Are you ready for harvest?" or I can put the McCalls. If I put the McCalls and then just cut it off there, that would work. Or I can put the Royal Bank of Canada there. It just needs something else, and I am not sure what it needs. And you're probably seeing exactly what it needs, and you're screaming at me, and I wished I could hear you. I am going to put the refrigerator there. I seriously, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to put the refrigerator there. Yep. I think this puts it all together, and it's a little inside humor. So you know what it means. I know what it means. And other people will not know what it means. Oops. Down. There we go. And then she can go right there. I think that's brilliant. Brilliant. All right, let's glue her down. I am going to use my 3-in-1 glue because she's going over top of the linen and the lace. There. There we go. So I think when I stick it in here, I think she's going to stick out, or at least part of her is going to stick out. Yep. So she is just peeking around the corner of the belly band, and I think that is lovely. There's a little bit of the linen sticking out. The lace is there. There's the linen right here as well. I think this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that means with the last little piece that this is pretty much completed. There's lots of pockets, lots of tags in here, lots of journal space. And I think she's lovely. Absolutely. But I would love to hear what you think. I am very open to suggestions and your opinion and whatever you think that I can improve on or that I should improve on when it comes to my junk journaling. When it comes to my videos, I am very well aware that there is lots of room for improvement. Do I want to put this here? Maybe. Do I have something that can hold it there? Yes. that was a good one. I was like, I can stick it right under there because that's what I designed it for. So yes, I know there's lots of room for improvement on my videos. But you know, I am trying to keep it real and create things that I think are very me and very down to earth. And I am not trying to reinvent coffee dyeing. How about that? So I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because there is some really exciting things coming up. And I think on Wednesday, I will be doing something with inks and photo paper, matte photo paper. So if you're at all interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.